Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another Habs Daily News with the hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy. Today, episode number 370. What a minute, coach. First of all, guys, we're going to talk about the Habs prospect from the NHL ranking. And then we are back for another Habs mock trade proposal. But before we start, guys, we invite you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation live show, and leave us a comment about this episode. And let's dive in talking about my first subject of the day. My first subject of the day is about the Montreal Canadiens news. I got this for you guys today. The NHL ranking top 50 prospect. The player need to be under 25 years old, and he cannot play more at 25 games in NHL. Juraj Slavkovsky does not count on this ranking. Here the top 10 from the NHL. Bedard, Fentley, Carlson, Michkov, Luke Hughes, Cooley, Nemec, Chirecek, Gauthier, Will Smith. From this list, guys, I believe Slavkovsky should be on the top 10 if you compare with Cooley, Nemec, Chirecek. All those players was drafted after Juraj Slavkovsky. But where is the first Montreal Canadian players? We have to go all the way. We have to go all the way, guys, to number 17 to find the first one, the right defenseman, David Rebaka, was drafted by the Montreal Canadiens 5th overall pick and NHL draft 2023. The second player for the Montreal Canadiens is Lane Hudson, 26 on this ranking. We know Hudson was drafted by Montreal 62 overall pick in 2022. Pretty impressive to have two Montreal Canadiens on the top, almost 25th, on the top prospect of the NHL ranking. Other player on that list, guys, you can find Shane Wright, Stankoven, Edvinson, Rand Leonard, Zen Benson, and then you have Askarov, Wallstead, Casper, Savoie, Kulich. So that's what we got today, guys, about the news. I'd like to hear from you. How do you feel about the fact Rebaka or Hudson, the ranking? Do you feel they are on the right spot? Do you feel they should be a little bit higher or a little bit lower? But that's what I got for you guys, the only news we have for this episode. But now we are back for the game under and over. Yesterday we talked about Slavkovsky with 30 points. Today, guys, I want to ask you, how do you feel about Cole Caufield with 42 goals? Do you think it's going to be under or over? But what about you, coach? Yes, over. 46 goals for Cole Caufield for the upcoming season. That's what my expectation for the number 22 Cole Caufield with the Montreal Canadiens. Of course, if you have no injury for Caufield. I would like to hear from you guys what you think about my under or over. Do you feel Caufield can score over 42 goals for the Montreal Canadiens? And do you feel the ranking of NHL top prospect is good overall for the Montreal Canadiens prospect? Let's move on now, guys, for my second subject of the day. Here we go. We are back for another ad market trade proposal. The last couple of days, we talk about more about Jeff Petrie. Today, guys, I want to talk about Casey DeSmith. We know he was traded with Jeff Petrie to Montreal Canadiens when Montreal sent Mike Hoffman and Ren Pitlick. So what team could make a trade for Casey DeSmith? I look around, guys, and I feel that one specific team, they have some kind of trouble with a backup number 2. Which team, coach? The Tampa Bay Lightning. What? Of course, we know the last 2 seasons, Brent Elliott was a goaltender backup of the Andrei Vasilevsky. Obviously, did not resign with the team. And right now, they have Jonas Johansson. We know Johansson never played very well in NHL with Buffalo and Colorado. Feel like Tampa Bay need a better backup number 2 to be behind Vasilevsky. Here, my trade between Tampa Bay and the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal Canadiens get the 3rd round pick at 2024 from the Tampa Bay Lightning. We know Julien Brisebois said he don't really care about the picks, and then in return, Tampa Bay get Casey DeSmith, the goaltender, 31 years old, and the Montreal Canadiens retain for only 1 year, his final year contract for DeSmith, $900,000. Here we go. This is my proposal. So I feel this could be very benefit for both teams. We know Montreal Canadiens with Jake Allen, Montembeault, they cannot carry on 3 goaltenders for the upcoming season. And the fact like Tampa Bay with this Smith get a better backup number 2 compared to Swanson. I would like to hear from you guys. What do you think about my trade proposal today? Tampa Bay and the Montreal Canadiens. This Smith to the Tampa Bay and Montreal get the third round pick 2024. That's conclude, guys, all the subject we have on this episode. Thanks for watching another episode of the Habs Daily News. But before we leave, guys, we invite you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Show, and leave us a comment about this episode. And of course, we wish you an amazing, great, blessing day. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.